Well, the first leg of the quaddie is race 5, the Maya Fashions on the Field Trophy. There'll be plenty of nice young ladies out here at Ascot on Saturday doing their stuff in the Fashions of the Field. And race 5 is the Maya Fashions on the Field. Over 1,500 metres, we've got 2 road plays to have a look at. This is Lexicon Gold, who's in wonderful form. Once again, Kira Yule rode a very good race, drew a perfect barrier, was behind the speed, up the fence, scored an impressive win. Look for Vain Strike running on strongly. You Classy Thing was third. Legend Express and Nullagine both faded out of it and were well beaten at the finish of the race.
You Classy Thing, late night flight off his feet. Lexicon Gold shot through, hit the front. You Classy Thing, and now Vain Strike is starting to rattle down the outside, but Lexicon Gold against the inside pulls away. And
there we saw another beautiful ride by Kira Yule on Lexicon Gold to get the cash. This horse has come back absolutely flying, Matt, probably in career best form.
Yep.
Does go up a little bit in the weights, goes up to 2.5 kilos for that win, but from barrier 7 he's going to slot into a beautiful spot and look the winner at some stage again. I thought the first up effort of Vain Strike was eye-catching. He was back, he was a long way off them, and he was still last turning the corner. He was only beaten a length and a half at the finish. He does meet Lexicon Gold 1.5 kilos better for that defeat. With extra fitness, he's a second up winner. I think there's plenty of good speed. I don't think they'll take any passengers in this race. Legend Express, Seize Control, and I think it'll suit a horse like Vain Strike, just balanced up and coming home strongly. I like 6 Vain Strike in the race. Your Classy Thing, he's an honest individual, but barrier 12, he's going to have to do a little bit of work through the early stages, and I doubt he can hold out a horse like Vain Strike.
All right, let's go back to the midweeks on the 7th of April. This was Perla. He was in the right race, dropping in grade. His runs prior, he had no luck whatsoever. Once again, he was caught wide, but in the run to the line, he proved far too strong for his opposition.
Looking for clear room behind them. So Storm Closure, and here comes Perla. Perla down the outside, 150 to go, levelled up with away you go. Storms to the front, and away goes Perla. Perla draws clear in a Perla of a performance.
He's a very honest galloper, Perla from the Neville Parnham stable. Again, a winner there at Ascot midweek. He was beautifully placed. He's taken a little while this time into fine winning form, but once he finds it, he usually holds his form. From barrier 5, he drops 3 kilos on that win, and he won't be too far away at the finish, Perla, despite the class rise.
Which way are you going, race 5?
I'm going 6 Vain Strike, the old Richie Bell 40 by 60. I don't think he'll miss a place. 6 Vain Strike. I think 2 Rocky Range, if he's over the odds, is worth a small little saving bet. He is carrying the 57.5, but I thought his effort fresh last start over the 1400 behind on the carpet was excellent. He got back in a slowly run race and hit the line well. He could be the blowout. Number 2, Rocky Range.
Well, that's the way I'm going. I'm going Rocky Range. I was very happy with his effort from barrier 10. If
You're a Rocky man, aren't you, Matt?
Oh, I try to be.
Yeah.
I try to be. But I think he can just slot in from barrier 10, and if he does, gets a nice cushy run behind the speed, I think he'll be right in the finish and hopefully can turn a bit of form around for Alan Matthews, who's having a bit of a lean spell, hasn't had a winner for a while.
You would think with the speed that's entered in this race, they'll string out, and Rocky Range will have no problem slotting in. So he looks a genuine value bet in the race, Matt. Well done.
That's the way I'm going. Race 5, number 2.
You're simply flying.
Get a bit of
Keep
value.
up the good
All right,
work.
let's go to race 6. This is the Burswood Entertainment Complex WA Oaks, the Group 3 event over the 2,400 metre journey. Only a field of 8 to face the starter, Josh. 2 replays. We'll have a look at For Your Eyes Only. This was in the JC Roberts Stakes behind Bridgestone. She looked the winner. She sprinted clear from her rivals, but just got tired late and was gunned down by Bridgestone. And God Has Spoken was in 2nd place.
Just gave your big horse a cold and raced away. That impressive journey, Brother Mac. God Has Spoken and Bridgetown. For Your Eyes Only clear. Here's God Has Spoken and Bridgetown. God Has Spoken, For Your Eyes Only, and Bridgestone. Bridgestone flying.
An outstanding effort there by For Your Eyes Only. She was on top of the speed. It was a strong speed set in the race by your big horse. Big question mark, did Troy Turner go too soon? I suppose he didn't win the race, so a lot of pundits could say he did, but I thought he may have used her turner foot a little bit earlier than he had to. If he had held her at the 200 and maybe got 4 lengths in front of Bridgestone at the 200, she may have held on. She was taking fairy steps late. She does have a lot of class, but disappointingly for Connection, she runs into Impressive Journey, who's a bold front-running stayer. She can go out in front and run the sectionals, and I think that just might nullify the turn of foot of For Your Eyes Only. She's all class, she deserves a spot in the race, and she looks the only danger to Impressive Journey, but I just think she might struggle to stay with Impressive Journey over the 2,400 metres on that last start.
Well, let's be honest, Josh. 18 to 24, big question mark. Hasn't raced since the 27th of March. She's had a few runs, so fitness is not going to be a concern. The only way she can win, let's be honest, is if they walk. She sits behind.
Well, they're not going to walk, are they?
That's what I'm saying. So we're saying she can't win. I'm saying she can't win.
Sean O'Donnell would have a brain freeze if he wanted to go out there and jog in front. This is a hard fit mare that's been up for, 6-8 months, Impressive Journey.
Yep.
She's flying. He'll go out and run the sectionals, and I just think it'll take away that turn of foot that 4 Your Eyes Only has.
She's going to struggle.
She's going to struggle, 4 Your Eyes Only. In the Roberts there, you did see Impressive Journey, who took a sit, which didn't suit her, taking ground off 4 Your Eyes Only over the final stages. And all this time in, we've been a little bit disappointed on face value with Impressive Journey. She's shown no dash out of the barriers. But I think that's just the training routine that Darren McAuliffe's obviously given Impressive Journey. When they put the miles in their legs, they seem to lose that dash. 2,400 metres, she'll have no problem finding the top. And from there, I think that's the last I'll see of Impressive Journey.
All right, well, let's have a look at her win the Natasha Stakes. She was ridden with aggression out of the barriers by Sean O'Donnell. She found the top, and they didn't see the end of Impressive Journey. A very impressive win. All the other runners behind us, significant Tropical Fury, Test Case, Broccoletta, not a single Mac, Heavenly Divine. They didn't make too much of an impression. All honours with Impressive Journey, a very impressive win.
Impressive Journey, 150 to go, still clear. I think she's got them done. Tropical Fury battling away ahead of Significant. She's off her feet, but she's going to be too good, Impressive Journey, and wins the...
A dominant win there in the Natasha last start. This mare does remind me of a previous Oaks winner in Grand Journey who was able to also win the Derby. Yep. A similar type of racing style, up on top of the speed. Grand Journey started favourite going into the Oaks. A short price favourite, went straight to the top. And that was the last they saw of her. I think it's going to be the same sort of scenario here with the Impressive Journey. She simply outstayed her rivals in the Natasha, and I think she'll do so again in the big one. And it'll be a deserved big race win for Darren McAuliffe, who had a lot of bad luck with that top-class sprinter in Universal Ruler. And good for racing, seeing these big syndicates getting involved with a good horse like Impressive Journey. And the Impressive Racing, I think, will be front and centre there on Saturday after Impressive Journey wins the Burswood Entertainment Complex WA Oaks for 2010. I thought the best of the beaten brigade was Heavenly Divine. I think this is one filly that all preparation has been crying out for a mile and a half.
Yep.
And I think she's the second best stayer in the race. And for that reason, I think she might be able to add some value to exacta punters. I'm going 2 to beat 5 and 1 in the Oaks. Yourself, Matt?
I'm going 2. I think in 2, Impressive Journey is a good thing. I think Test Case with the blinkers on, that might wake her up a little bit. 2 starts ago, very good. Last start, disappointing. Expecting a better run from her. And can't lead Tropical Fury. So for me, 2, 8 and 4, but I think 2 Impressive Journeys, especially in the Burswood Entertainment Complex WA Oaks.